What life is like for a royal spare. Charles called William and Harry an heir and a spare, but in fact, there was nothing special about that. It's something every monarch has aspired to produce. Having just one heir is no good. What if something happens to them, or they abdicate? Kings and queens like to have at least one backup successor. This ensures the continuity of the royal bloodline. In fact, the British line of succession has dozens of people, but most of them don't have a realistic chance of being crowned. Spares are those who are closer to the throne, like Harry. At first glance, their life looks pretty glamorous. They grow up in palaces. They attend elite schools. They hobnob with celebrities and travel the world in luxury. But there's a different side to this coin. The heir's role is straightforward. He or she is brought up to inherit the kingdom. That means attending to royal duties from a young age. For the spare, things are a lot less clear-cut. They don't technically have any royal duties, but they may be called upon to take them on any day. Thus, they often lead a party lifestyle while trying to stay out of trouble. It's the second part that is the most difficult. There have been 3 spares in the modern era. 1. Princess Margaret, Elizabeth's spare. Margaret was the younger sister of Queen Elizabeth II. Her lifestyle shocked the conservative British public. In her 20s, Margaret fell in love with Peter Townsend. He was a decorated military vet and a divorcee. For the 1950s, it was enough to cause a scandal. When Margaret broke off their relationship, the BBC reported it as breaking news. But the princess went on to marry, divorce, and date many men. There were rumors of her affairs with Mick Jagger and Peter Sellers. Her extravagant style was tabloid fodder. Margaret's 6-week honeymoon cost $115,000. She demanded motorcycle escorts and government helicopters. Her morning began with a vodka pick-me-up. Margaret glued matchboxes onto tumblers. This allowed her to drink and smoke continuously. Margaret died in 2002, aged 71, with her sister still the sovereign. 2. Prince Andrew, Charles' spare. Andrew is King Charles's younger brother. He began his career as a spare, quite admirably. Andrew served in the Royal Navy and received pilot training. He flew a Sea-King helicopter during the Falklands War. But when he became Britain's trade envoy, it all went downhill. He became friends with Jeffrey Epstein. There were other controversies, including multiple allegations of corruption. But it was Epstein who brought Andrew down. In 2011, he stepped down amid criticism. Then a woman accused him of sex trafficking. The case was settled out of court, but Andrew has been stripped of his titles and honors. Charles has even shut down his Buckingham Palace office. 3. Prince Harry, William's spare. Harry is no longer a working royal. He doesn't even live in the UK, but he keeps causing controversy. His recent memoir is full of bombshell revelations. Harry details losing his virginity behind a pub. He mentions snorting coke and tripping on shrooms. He even brings up the one controversy everyone had almost forgotten. In 2005, Harry wore a Nazi costume to a colonials and natives party. He claims the idea was approved by William and Kate. They howled with laughter when they saw the outfit. William has no comment. After all, he is now the heir apparent.